every woman I have ever worked with over the 20 years that I have been doing this work has already known the answer to what it is she wants to do, needs to do, like all of those things before she ever came to me. The issue was that she didn't feel safe enough to say it out loud. She didn't feel confident enough. She didn't feel deserving. She didn't feel worthy. Whatever it is that's keeping her stuck from being able to vocalize what it is she actually wants. And so this is your reminder that you know already what is within you that you want and need. Then in this video, I'm going to walk you through why you don't hear it, why you don't know it, why you don't trust it. What is it that how can you identify it, and all of those things. My name is Jessica Frew, and I am a decision-making coach, author, and speaker. I help women unlearn the conditioning that's keeping them stuck so that they can move forward in a way that feels really good for them, in a way that feels empowering and bold and specific to what it is they want and need, and without all of the conditioning or the should of what they've been told what they should do. Now, the reason it's hard to actually state or see that you know what it is you want is because you stopped trusting your own intuition a long time ago. It started when you were a kid. It started when you were taught not to trust your emotions, your own physical pain, and all of these things. And then it's amplified as we hit teen years and all of these things. We have shut down the connection to our own thoughts and feelings because of well-intentioned adults in our lives who said, oh, it doesn't hurt that bad. It's not that big of a deal. You shouldn't want to wear that. You shouldn't feel that way. You should do X, Y, and Z. This is the path towards happiness, and you need to lean into it and move forward. And so in this, our own physical, emotional, and social cues have been shut down, and we don't know what it is. We think we don't know what it is that we want because of all of this outside conditioning. But you do know what it is you want. And I'm going to give you ways that you can start identifying on your own what it is you want and need. And then you're probably going to have a hard time acting on it because we have to build the confidence and trust back in ourselves before we really start taking action. But first, let's name what it is that your gut is already telling you and how it's showing up. So things that you might notice right now that are ways to identify what it is you want. Is there something at night when you lay down to go to bed that you start thinking about? There's a thing that is keeping you up that you are spiraling about, or that you just can't get out of your head when your head hits the pillow. Think of that thing. If there's something right now, maybe there's not, and if there's not, amazing. You also might be feeling that like your body, when you walk in to a certain place, like feels like this, like, ugh, like I want to shrink, I want to hide, I now have to protect myself. It feels like it like tightens up. There's something that happens when you walk into a room, or maybe you're in the presence of somebody else, where you just don't feel comfortable and confident to be yourself. You feel like you have to hide things. You feel like you have to filter things, like you aren't sure what's going to happen. This might be happening when you walk into your own home. There might be a dread that comes when you have to go home. Maybe you've been on a trip and you come home and you're like, oh, I just don't want to be home. Or maybe it's daily after work. Or maybe it's the anticipation of your partner coming home, or your kids coming home, or your stepkids coming home, where you're like, every day you hit this point where you're like, oh, I just am not excited to have anybody walk through that door. Or I am not excited to walk through that door. Or it might not be your home. It might be your work. It might be your kid's school. It might be all sorts of situations, a friend's home, where you just dread walking into that door. That is a sign and a signal that there is something you know you want and need to change, and you are identifying it. Another thing that might show you where you need to make a decision and you aren't, or you might know what it is you want, but you aren't doing it, is you start to say something and then you switch what you are going to say, or you just stop, or you filter what you are going to say because you're like, oh, I can't have this conversation. It doesn't feel safe. It feels too scary. It doesn't feel like I deserve to speak these words. And if you are feeling that, in any relationship, in your business, in your job, in any of these things, that is a sign that you already know what it is you want and need, but you aren't feeling confident enough or sure enough or safe enough to speak it out loud. And that is where I come in and help you build that confidence one step at a time. And I'm going to give you just a little tidbit of how we start building that confidence. And it is just like if you were working out and building a muscle, like my huge guns here. It's just like if you were going into the gym or out for a walk or out for a run or anything that you're doing in those fields to build your physical health or your physical strength, you have to start small. You can't just go run a marathon. You have to start by running a mile and then running 2 and then 3 and then working up to those longer lengths. The same thing happens in building trust with yourself, in building your own confidence, in building your decision-making strength. We start with small things. So then we start speaking up for small things. We start wearing the clothes we want to wear. We start eating the food we want to eat. We start not going to those places we don't want to go. We start saying no. We start stepping into these things that feel a little cringy and off to us, but are actually what we need to do to build that muscle. We start with the 3-pound, the 2-pound weights, and we start building up until we can get to those 10, 15, 20-pound weights. It starts with small things. That is how we start rebuilding trust with ourselves. We start building trust that we feel, it starts building safety. And that is ultimately what we're craving in life, is that safety. We rebuild the trust with ourselves so that we feel safe enough to speak up, so that we know who we can trust to have hard conversations with, so that we feel safe enough to say, I am leaving this job. I am changing the trajectory of my business. I am buying out this business partner. I am acquiring this new business. I am selling this business. Whatever it is, we have to have built that muscle so that we feel safe enough to take that next step, so that we feel safe enough to trust our inner knowing and take that action, so that we can feel safe enough knowing I would rather be alone than stay in this relationship where I feel alone constantly, where I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, where I feel like I'm constantly trying to fix a problem that I didn't create, where I'm constantly trying to prove that I am worth staying in with, that I am worth keeping in the home and in our family. We're going to build that safety and confidence to feel that, to trust that. And I have 2 ways right now that I would invite you to do this. Number 1, go pick up my book. It's free. You just pay shipping. You can go to the shovemyshoulds.com/free book. And also, I would encourage you to do these hand in hand. Get on a call with me. Go down and schedule a free call with me. And let's talk about where it is you are feeling these things. What is keeping you up at 2 a.m.? What is keeping you up at night when your head hits the pillow? Where does your body feel safe? Where are you feeling guarded and protective and not safe to be yourself or to speak up? And what are the things you're wanting to say, but constantly finding yourself not feeling safe enough, not feeling confident enough to get those out into the world? Bring those to our call. You can go to theboldlogic.com/call and we can get on a free call and see how you can actually take this thing, build the confidence, and start taking doable steps to get there. I would love to talk to you. This isn't a dramatic leap that we're going to take, although we can make drastic movement forward in a weekend. I work with women in a decision day container where it is a luxury private experience for you. And you come and you get out of your regular environment, and we have this space to make a decision in a day, in 48 hours. And then you leave with an action plan that feels like safety and that feels doable. It has these small, consistent acts that keep you moving forward, that build that muscle, that help you run those laps, whatever it is you want to do, so that we get you moving forward in a way that feels good to you and in a way that feels like it's doable, and we don't just blow up your life and your nervous system all at once. And I want you to start flexing that muscle now. As a coach, I'm going to encourage you to do that right now. I would encourage you to go and schedule the call or buy the book or do both and start flexing that muscle. It's an act of self-trust. If you were feeling anything in this video, The next step is to show your body that you are going to act on what it is feeling. You are going to show your soul that you are going to act on this next thing, and you are going to invite in the next thing. Take the action now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to be sure. You don't have to be clear. That is what I am here for. I am here to take you by the hand in the most loving way and also call you out on your shit in the most clear, kind way possible. You've never experienced it in your life, and help you move forward towards what it is you want. Not what you've been told you should want, not what your mom or your dad or your sister or your best friend or your colleague thinks you should want, but what it is you want. Now, if you are wanting more right now in one of these videos about how to trust your gut more, how to really start building that muscle and kind of understand maybe why you don't trust your gut, I encourage you to go listen to this video right here and dive into that one. It is going to give you more clarity about how to start building this muscle. Also, don't forget to head down below and check out those links that I put in the notes. My friend, you are capable of this. You are worthy. You are deserving. And if you are being called, like if you are feeling things in this moment, it is because you are ready. Because God, universe, source, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, is calling you to something. And they're just praying that you will listen. And they are cheering you on and they're saying, please take the action. I put someone or something in your way for you to act, and now is your time to act. Reach out, get on the call, order the book, listen to the next video, do something that shows that you are safe, that you are creating that connection back to yourself and showing your body and your soul that you can trust you. You are deserving. You are amazing. I am here cheering you on. Let's do this together.